Do you remember the feeling of finding it? Finding a bonfire after a grueling battle, or lighting the one at Firelink's shrine for the first time? Resting at it every now and again during different parts of the game. When you light your first bonfire during the tutorial, I bet you didn't think much of it. It's just another game mechanic, you thought. Or, oh, this is the checkpoint, I guess. But it's much more than that. When you experience Dark Souls for the first time, you don't ever think much of the bonfire, especially if it's the first Dark Souls game. You light it during the tutorial, move on, beat the boss and get back to it. You realize it's the checkpoint and it's important, but that's all it is to you. As you play the game, when you start searching for bonfires or get desperate to get to one, they hold a lot more meaning to you. But the first time the game engraves in your brain how special it is, even if you don't realize it, is in Firelink's Shrine. Firelink's Shrine on its own holds a lot of significance and meaning for both the game and you, the player. With the somber music and the feeling of calmness it instills in you, especially in between journeys. But we're going to dig more precisely on one aspect of it that carries over to the rest of the world, the bonfire. The bonfire in Firelink's Shrine is a favorite amongst a lot of people, I'm sure. Wherever you go in the game, whichever bonfire you rest at, none truly feel as safe as Firelink's Shrine. It's almost as if it's your home in the game. It's where all the chosen undead or ashen ones first find themselves at the start of the journey. And thus, it's the true start of the perilous journey we've all shared. I'm sure you are well aware of the immense and rich lore of Dark Souls. I'm not here to talk about that. What I'm going to talk about is the meaning to us. It may not seem like it, but the bonfires hold a lot of meaning that can be translated into the real world too. The bonfire is a place to rest. The relief of finding one after a long, arduous battle or in a location near a tough boss is incomparable. But not only does it serve as a checkpoint when you rest, you also fully restore your health, mana, and certain resources. You also level up, allowing your character to grow stronger. Sounds simple enough, doesn't it? It's mechanics that are in many games, but the key word in this instant is rest. When your character rests at the bonfire, they seem relaxed. Without resting at it, you get nothing. You can't just light it and move on. You have to rest. It's a simple and realistic concept, but it's one that not a lot of people understand. Dark Souls holds a lot of truth in it that people tend to discover and learn for themselves. Perseverance, unfairness of the world, difficulty, strife, and overcoming the odds. The first thing the game teaches you is that you're going to get beat. You're going to fall, but you can always try again. You can always come back. And through nothing but sheer willpower and determination, you do. No matter how many times it takes, it's an important lesson for sure that many people talk about. But another one of its truths that hardly anybody talks about compared is rest. It's good to keep trying. It's good to make the effort. But absolutely none of it matters without resting. Without resting, you don't grow, you don't recover. You're unable to make changes, unable to get stronger from experience. In terms of the game, it's a simple game mechanic. But in terms of real life, it's 100% true. Can you really overcome something and get better without giving your time to rest? There's two sides to that coin. You can possibly do it without resting, but it will be painful, it will be inefficient, and it will wear you out. Or you can take the time to rest, recover. You go in stronger than before and more focused. There's a lot of people that don't notice. They don't know how important rest is. Some of them feel they don't get a chance to rest, and I mean, I get it. Sometimes it does feel like there's no chance to rest. Some people are overworked, have a lot of responsibilities they need to take care of, but rest doesn't have to be one long session. Even a couple minutes or short bursts in between things is important. Much like returning to the bonfire when you feel you've been dragging on for too long, your health is depleting. You feel like you're about to fall, so you take a step back and rest. There are those who give the wrong advice, or those who confuse rest with being idle. Rest is not idleness. Rest is part of the process, and it comes in many forms. No matter what you do, if you do it for too long, you're bound as a human to want to stop. So, rest weary traveler. Thank you all for watching. I felt like this would be something good to talk about for those who need to hear this. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, maybe check out this one. And also subscribe and hit that bell notification so you're notified when I live stream, which I do, and every time I upload a new video. For now, have a good one, guys.